Hello, good morning, students. Today we are again here for the lecture of subject Security Analysis and Portfolio Management, the unit number 3, Technical Analysis. As we have discussed in our previous chapter, that in today's world, an investor is expected to make rational investment decision when it comes to investing money in security market. It is because of this reason the investor has to analyze the security offered in the market and then build up the portfolio. So the analytical performs various analysis in order to assess the value of security before investing in it. We have learned in the previous chapter that there are two main approaches to security analysis, and that we know that is an fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Fundamental analysis, as we know, that helps us forecast share prices on the basis of EIC, that means an economic level, industry level and company level framework, which we learned in detail in our previous lecture. Now in this chapter we will be learning about how technical analysis is used by the analyst to know whether invest should be made in particular security or not. Generally, technical analysis is used as a supplementary analysis rather than the substitute to fundamental analysis. This analysis has a title different opinion when it comes to increase intrinsic value of share, and that the share price are also affected by demand and supply forces rather than only by economic, industry and company related factors. This analysis try to explain and forecast the changes in share prices by studying the market sentiments and market information. So this is an basically information or introduction of the technical analysis. Now we are move to what is technical analysis. Technical analysis is a method of evaluating securities that involves a statistical analysis of market activity on the basis of price, volume, time, etc. So in the technical analysis, that are price, volume, time, it should be affected. Technical analysts do not attempt to measure a security's intrinsic value, but rather use charts and other tools to identify the pattern that can be used as a basis of investor decision. So technical analysis that is also useful for the decision making. This analysis study the relationship between price and volume. Again I repeat, this analysis is study the relationship between price and volume and supply and demand for the overall market and the individual stock. What is the important charts in technical analysis? Charts are simply graphical representation of a series of price over time. For example, a chart might show a stock price movement over a 1 year period where each point represents an individual day's closing price, or another chart might show a commodities price movement over a period of just 1 hour with each point representing 1 second. The common denominator is that price is typically on the y-axis and time is usually on the x-axis. See that these are the basic key elements of technical analysis. There is a price. It is the first key elements. The current price of any security is the reflection of the sentiments and attitude of the investor. Due to this, there is a change in demand and supply which directly affect the pricing of the security. Thus the future pricing can also be judged by the attitude and sentiments of the investor. Another factor, that is an volume. As we know that along with the attitude and sentiments of investor which governs the pricing and also time factor, volume of transaction is very important when it comes creating impact on pricing. If the movement, whether positive or negative, it accompanied by the huge volume of transaction, then the change in strong, while if the movement is accompanied by a small volume of transaction, the change is weak or not so strong to create huge impact. Third factor, that is a time factor. When a security tasks a very long time in reversal of trend, the movement in price will also be greater, and the reverse is also true. For instance, if a security takes a long time to change from a positive trend to negative, or from negative trend to positive, the change in the price will also be larger as compared to those securities which takes a short period of time in price reversal. The next one, that is an width, or you can say breadth. Lastly, the analyst also needs to measure whether the change in the trend spread over most of the sector of the economy, or is it only affecting a few sectors only. If the change is spread across most sectors, then the quality of changes in price is strong, or rather it is qualitative, while if it is affected only a few industry or sector, then it is qualitative enough to create a considerable impact. Another one which we already know about, that is an demand and supply. As we know that if demand is increasing and supply is not enough, it should be affected, and if supply is increasing, demand is not sufficient, then it should be also affected to technical analysis. Now these are the organs of technical analysis. Technical analysis is based on the doctrine given by Charles H. Dow in 1884. Due to his death, Dow never published his complete theory on the markets, but according to Dow theory, the trend is divided into primary, secondary and short-term minor. These are the points of the primary trend. The security price trend may be either increasing or decreasing. Increasing, that is known as a peak, and decreasing, that is a trough. Bull market, bear market. Here I also given the definition of that. See that when the market exhibit the increasing trend, it is called bull market. When it exhibit a decreasing trend, it is called bear market. See, this is an example or presentation of bull market chart. The bull market show three clear cuts peaks. Each peak is higher than the previous peak. The bottom are also higher than the previous bottom. So this is an example of that. This is an bear market, which is the market exhibits a falling trend. The peaks are lower than the previous peak. The bottoms are also lower than the previous bottom. See, in this chart, there is an X and Y line is there, in which price and days are given. So when market going falling down, it's known as the bear market. When it's pulling up, it is a bull market. The another trend, that is a secondary trend. The secondary trend or the intermediate trends moves against the main trend and leads to correction. Compared to the time taken for primary trend, secondary trend is swifted and quicker. It may be increased or decreased. This is an example of minor trends. Minor trends moves are called random wrinkles. They are simply the daily price fluctuation. That means if day-to-day changes are there, it should be a minor trends. Minor trends tries to correct the secondary trend movement. This is an support and resistance level. See, these are the words, or these are the you can say terms which is used in the financial analysis. If the stock goes down the certain level and the rise from that level, it is called support level. When the stock touches a certain level and then drops, it is called resistance level. See, this is an example of that. See, if at the top level, that is known as a resistance level. That means when the stock goes down in certain level and then rise from that level, that is a support level, which is given as bottom level. Then top level, when stock touches a certain level then drops, it is a resistance level. That means if your price of your security comes up and down, so it should be secure that resistance and support level. This is a pivot point. It is another important term of technical analysis. It is a technical analysis indicator used to determine the overall trend of the market over different time frames. The pivot point itself is simply the average of high, low and closing price from the previous trend. See, this is the pivot point chart, 5-day pivot point chart of stock for intraday trading in October 2000, and this is an only example, students. So see that in this chart we can see what are the movement of a particular one day at a 10 p.m., 11 p.m., which is given in the bottom level, 12 p.m., 14 p.m., 15, that is an changes in one day, another day, so that it is an known as a 5-day pivot point chart. Gaps, another important term. See, these are the terms which are generally not covered in your syllabus, but it is only for your information, okay, how technical analysis run. Gaps, two types of gaps is there. What is the meaning of gaps? First, see that it is those points or price level whether the script has not changed hands, they are formed in rising or falling price level. Two types of gap, gaps up and gaps down. This is the presentation of gaps up. See that there is a yellow square is there, that is known as a gap up. Another one, that is a gap down, that means on a particular level, after that your security analysis price is going increasing, or you can say going up, so that is a gap up. And if price is then after going down, that is known as a gap down. This is a line chart. The most basic of the chart is the line chart. It represents only the closing price over a set of period of time. The line is formed by the connecting the closing price over the time frame, and the considered price is often considered to be most important price in stock data compared to the high and low for the day, and this is why it is the only value used in line charts. This is then the bar chart is made up for a series of vertical lines that represent each data point. This vertical line represent the high and low for the trading period along with the closing price. This is a chart pattern. A chart pattern is distinct formation on stock chart that create a trading signal or a sign future price movement. Another one, that is an V chart. As the name indicates, in the V formation there is a long sharp decline and a fast reversal. Two types of chart, V top and T bottom. These are the example of that. See that V chart provide the information about the technical analysis. Then another one, that is a T bottom. Tops and bottoms. Tops and bottoms are formed at the beginning or end of a new trend. The investor should buy at the bottom and exit before the top has been reached. Two types, double top and double bottom. These are the example of that, double top and double bottom. Head and shoulders. This is one of the most popular reliable chart pattern in technical analysis. In the head and shoulder pattern, there are three rails resembling the left shoulder, a head and right shoulder, which will I given here in the chart. A neckline is drawn connecting the lobes of the top, shoulder, head and shoulder. Inverted head and shoulders. Inverted head and shoulders is used to signal of reversal in a downtrend. The price of the stock falls and rise, which makes inverted head and shoulder. The tops of inverted and head gives the neckline. This is another one, rounding bottom and U chart. This is an candlestick chart. These are the limitation of technical analysis. This is an important points for the examination, that sometimes in the examination they will asking about the limitation of technical analysis. The first one, that is an difficult to understand and interpret. As we know that this technical analysis is not a very simple technique, but which can be understood by anyone and everyone. The trends or charts may look intriguing on fancy setting, but to interpret them is not an easy task. In order to interpret their chart or trend, the analysis needs to wait for substantially a long time from a starting point. So that's why it is difficult to understand and interpret. That means each and every person is not able to under this analysis. Frequent changes is there. as we know that this is another limitation of using technical analysis is that the chart and trend keeps on changing very frequently. The changes may be in certain securities which are very volatile, and this affect its trend over a period of time. The changes may be in hours, in day, in monthly, in weekly. So there is an frequent changes in any one single securities. So when the trend changes, the chart also changes. Hence the opinion of the analytical also change due to change in trend from bullish to bears or vice versa. So this is the second limitation. Another one, that is a unpredictable, or you can say that unpredictable changes is there. That means we cannot assume that what changes will done. The analysis in performing technical analysis relies on past data to predict future price of securities. Thus, whether has happened in past will reflect in future, or what past is affected in future. The analytical believes that the market will behave rationally and there will be no occurrence of any unexpected events, but sometimes the unforeseen events may happen which completely change in the trend of the security and may not perform as expected. Third one, that is an unreliable changes. Thus analytical observe that studies the behavior of market in order to predict the future price of the share, but sometimes this study may not prove to be reliable, as some participant of the market may release false information for manipulative purpose, which result into the wrong judgment and valuation. So that's why it is a unreliable changes. Another one, that is a human factor, or we can say psychology of investor is also affected. The factors that lead to change in demand of a particular security are personal and depend upon the sentiments of the buyers and seller, along with their psychology and emotion. Market sentiments and emotion prevailing will decide the upward or downward trends of a particular security. Now predicting this is a huge task, and no matter how intelligent the analyst or investor is, it is extremely difficult to predict the human sentiments. So that's why human factors is also affected there. Another one, that is no one single indicator is perfect. As we know the friends, there are various approaches available under the technical analysis which can be employed to find the real value of security. But the problem is that these approaches involve a substantial amount of subjective factor or judgment. When it comes to application, many a times each of these approaches produce different result, and thus makes it less reliable, less and perfect. So friends, these are the limitation of that, and these are the basic assumption of technical analysis. Demand and supply decide the price of share. Trends depends upon sentiments of buyer. Price moves in trends. History tends to repeat itself. Technical analysis is based on past trend, no occurrence of unexpected event. Now we are come to the another important question which is very important for your exam, that is the difference between fundamental and technical analysis. As we know that first difference, that is in purpose of analysis. Fundamental analysis, it seeks to forecast stock price on the basis of economic, industry and company statistics, EIC, which we learned in our previous lecture. However, the most important variable considered in deciding stock price are earning and dividends. The technical analysis runs with it mainly focus on internal market data. That means they are running with the internal market data of the analysis. Another one, that is an next point, long term and short term price movement. In the fundamental analysis, it seeks to predict long term value of security. That means it is deal with the long term movement, while technical analysis is deal with the short term price movement of securities. So the fundamentalist is conservative who invest his fund for a long term, and long term investor buy a high dividend paying stock and hold it for many years through market fluctuation. While in case of technical analysis, it gives the importance for a total returns because it run with the short term profit. It does not believe in buying and holding of securities. Value of share in the fundamental analysis, estimate the intrinsic value of share and purchase them when their market price is less than intrinsic value, while technical analysis that believes that there is no real value of any stock. According to him, stock prices depend on demand and supply forces, which in turn are governed by the rational and irrational factors. Another points, that is in finding the trend in fundamental analysis, there is no scope for finding out the past trend of share and also fluctuation in the price trend, while technical analysis believes that past trend will be repeated again and the current movements can be used for studying the future trend. You can say, in other words, in respect of all securities there are cycle and trends which will occur again and again. Under the technical analysis, charts and tools are used to compare the various prices movements. So the technician view price changes and their pattern mainly through price and volume statistics and tools such as a Dow theory, Elliott wave theory, pattern identification, moving average, advance for or decline, charting style. So that are the affected in technical analysis. So the findings trends is there. Then the assumption in fundamental analysis, as we know, there are no assumption in fundamental analysis, while in technical analysis works on the basis of various assumptions which have been outlined earlier. Decision making, fundamental analysis carefully study the financial statement, demand forecast, quality of management, earning and growth. So they judge the price of security. Thus the fundamental analysis are making decision based on their own opinions, while technical, it is listen to what the market has to say. So the view of the market is the most important factor in determining the stock prices. Next one, that is an usefulness. Fundamental is useful because it is helps identify the undeveloped value or overvalued shares, while technical, it is useful in timing a buy or sell order. Thank you very much. If you have any question, any doubt, you can tell me in my WhatsApp number which you already have. Thank you very much. Stay at home, be safe. Thank you very much.